Give a plate out to some starving talent.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. That's what you should have told your mom. See? I was about to fat shame. Your mom not even fat for real. She just old and ugly.
Why are you doing this again?
Hey, just off the first line, like, why did you send me this, bro?
And I was like, well, what we did,
I don't know if I can make it.
like, it changed.
No, I love him. I still love him. I still got love. I still got love for him. It's okay. I just need
a
to
lot
see
of
it
things for a lot of people. It was
It's the voice. It's fine. It's the voice.
me essentially, like, just recognizing somebody that I never met in my life, that I fully believed in, that I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to have an interesting conversation with.
Right.
It pissed off, like, so many, like, all these fucking losers, these, like, you know, like, story journalists, and, like, this guy and that guy who, like, feels so entitled to this interview about, and Drake never does anything for, like, this type of media, and it just, like, made people so angry that two people who actually, like, have...
I wouldn't say at first it made people angry, though, but I would say that it was a noticed trend that Drake never did interviews with anything having to do with hip-hop. But like I said, I gave grace on that because after a while, the conversations surrounding Drake's name, even from some of the people that he did at one point do interviews with, started to become a little bit disrespectful and started to question a lot in the way of authenticity. And if you don't appreciate that, then I get why you wouldn't go up there. I do. But he also has to accept the fact that people are going to continue giving this criticism because you're never going to be given a challenging interview in any capacity where you have to maybe go back and forth with somebody at some point if you stick to this way of interviewing, like just putting yourself in rooms that you're comfortable with only. But I get why you would. Don't get me wrong. I do get why you would.
just, like, maybe nothing to talk about, or everything to talk about, but just based on, like...
People surprised he had no one would act. Again, that's just why. Why would he ever?
Random.
He did a 2-hour with Elliot and B-Dot, though. Yeah, and I'm sure after the fact he felt, you know, like it didn't do anything for him. I'll be honest with you. When I looked at that interview from, what was it, 2018, 2019, when they're talking about, like, all this rap shit, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to talk about stuff like that. It's just, what more... I don't know what more I would want him to say. That was a good interview, wasn't it? It was a good interview it did more for them than it did for him. And I understand that you're like doing a favor for most interviewers when you go on their platform to have a conversation, but it should in some way be of service to the person that is, you know, having the interview done to them. So at this point, I don't feel like Drake giving an authentic interview with really anybody is going to make him look good under any circumstance. Because people will go into it thinking how they want to think about him. So it really won't matter what he has to say at this point. The story has been written for him before he has answered any question. At this point, people will like him to confirm what it is that they already think. Unfortunately, I feel like.
Energy could
And I just don't feel like it's a serviceable option. Like, why do it?
come together.
That don't mean that I don't want him to do it, but like it don't serve him.
I think it changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things, like, on TikTok. It changed a lot of things, like, in the streaming world. Like, it made people more comfortable.
He did write a lot of that story, but at the end of the day, I'm just telling you there will be zero objectivity in that type of space or conversation, like at all.
Sit down with somebody that they've never sat down with before, you know, like, not to take, like, overly take credit, but when I do see, like, somebody, you know, who keeps to themselves, like a Nicki Minaj, like, go to, like, Kai Cenat's house, or, like, I see, you know, these musicians go to, like, a guy like Blackboy Max's studio and start making songs with him. Like, I feel like we did usher in the idea of just, like, you can be from two completely different walks of life. Celebrities are not here, that we're like, the goal is not to be like some unattainable.
How are they from different walks of life though? Isn't Blackboy Max an engineer? He engineers the songs. Like, if anything, he's making them like feel at home to an extent. So it's like a studio session more than it is like you getting an actor. He's talking about it like you're getting an actor and an NBA player in the same room or some shit like that. Like, no, and that series is very much so dependent upon them all being musicians. And with the Kai Cenat thing is kind of like similar in the sense that like maybe they're not celebrity in the same medium, but they're just as gigantic. You don't see Nicki Minaj not gonna go on like some 1,000 viewer streamer stream and start showing love or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't get the whole like celebrity in different walk of life, like they're not accessible type thing. Because I feel like them showing up or appearing in spaces with other people that are the largest in their field, it still adds to that they're not accessible thing, in my opinion. As far as him thinking that like it was started by the two of them, I think it's just timing. Because really, Bobbi Alotoff's style of interviewing came from Funny Marco. And the nature in which they would do interviews was like more comedic. So people started to see celebrities and artists and rappers more from that point of view. And like, oh, wow, I didn't know this person could be this funny. Or I didn't know this person could be into this type of dry humor or be stupid in this way. Like, that's kind of funny. That's kind of humorous. That was really the concept that broke this interview style that they had on that one podcast into being. Like, if you're going to give credit to any of it, you got to give credit to that. And this is partially why people are going to give you the criticism that they're going to give you, because you're ultimately going to go on the platform that starts to become most synonymous with success. And then you're going to give the credit where it's not due. And Drake is also someone who has received the benefits of something like this, where he'll put a particular style on or make it more public, and people will start crediting him for the influence of that sound as opposed to where he got it from. This is why it's dangerous for people like this to go on people like Bobby's platform, for example, because you end up misinforming people that are looking at this and being like, oh yeah, no, they did start it. No, you didn't. That's wrong. Like, factually, that's wrong. What I'll give Drake credit for is the rapper stream collab thing. I mean, he was the first person to do it with that Fortnite streamer from a long time ago. I'll say that. You know, that wasn't a thing before he did it initially, but you did it the one time, and I don't remember him popping up on nobody's stream after that. Yeah, Ninja.
Dickhead for your whole life, you know? And
I'm not saying people didn't do it better. I'm just saying he, to my knowledge, was the first rapper to hop on a stream ever, primarily because people thought it was a lame thing that was for white gamers, basically. So he did, you know, usher that in a little bit. I'll give him that. X and I'm Dante and Your Rage. I'm not saying they didn't do it, or they didn't probably do it to a more entertaining level than even Drake and Ninja. I'm just saying that that was the first example of it. I'm pretty sure that happened in 2016, right? Or am I tripping? Was that 2016 or was it 2018? 2018. I think he really just doesn't want to address it, and all he's trying to add more layers to it when it's really simple. Someone who is far removed from the beef, and of course is easier to dance around the subject with. To an extent, yeah, it's that, but I also feel like, why put him in a position he's not comfortable in? I get what you're saying, though, I do, but it's like, this adds to the thing where I'm like, okay, from before, where it's like people got to let him move on. Like, whether he addresses it or not, he don't need to live his entire life in service to the idea of, oh yeah, I gotta prove everybody wrong. If you want to move past it, you know, try to move past it. The lawsuit don't help, but I'm like, if I saw Drake today, I'm not gonna ask him like, oh shit, what do you think about Kendrick, or, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with the lawsuit? I wouldn't probably say shit.
Oh, you're a culture vulture, or like you know, like people will.
Hold on.
describe you're a culture vulture, or like you
He's not moved on, so how can he expect others to move on, to let him move on? Because it's none of y'all business. That's the difference. Like, from one point of view, I understand, like, him bringing shit up. 100%, I get it. And then when he brings it up, niggas talk about it. Niggas don't have to stop talking about it either. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not involved. Like, I'm not about to be some random street goer, and then I get an opportunity to have a conversation or a sit down with Drake and be like, oh yeah, let me bring this. I personally just wouldn't do that. It's not my business. But I get it. I get why somebody would ask. If he didn't want to answer it, I'll be like, nah, it's not my business. I don't care.
Describe the collaborative efforts that I've put.
It's our business as listeners, though. It's not his baby mom stuff, which I agree is personal. I mean, all of this really, like, to an extent, is. I'm not trying to gaslight and make it seem like people, you know what I'm saying, don't want to have their questions answered and shit like that, but I don't know, it's a part of me that feels like I would be beating a dead horse. Like, if this dude wanted to respond in the way that people are asking for him to respond, he would have did it already. To continue requesting or demanding him respond in that way, and he clearly has shown a reluctance to, that is more of the angle that I'm telling him to move on from.
Forth, and the artists that I've picked up and lifted up or shine the light on as me taking, they'll put a negative spin on it and try and tell me, that it's a self-serving thing or whatever. And
it is. It does self-serve more than you serve others. I don't know why he thinks that because someone has a career blossom or a career blow up after a collaboration or a style that he might help popularize, that somehow helps them or the sound of the music that they're dominant in more than it helps him. Especially given the conversation of how people like interact with that style of music post Drake interaction. You don't have to, like, you could say that it helps us both, but to pretend like it helps one and the person that it helps in that situation isn't you most, I feel like that's disingenuous.
I think I get really sensitive about that, and I think at that moment I was just like, well, you know what? Then don't even worry about it.
Yeah, that's stupid. Because all you have to do is say yes, that's true. Like, I'm not just doing this to. It doesn't just benefit the other person when I do a collaboration with some random, because I like their music and I like the style that they make, obviously. And I generally, what he does is adapt it to his own arsenal of music, and then you start hearing it year by year by year. Y'all heard it in the last Drake shit, didn't he? The last record he came out with Central Cee. He's been making that style of music ever since he introduced the guy who gave him or who he thought was popular in the sound years ago. It ain't like you do the song or you do that particular style the one time and you help this person and you move on from the sound. No, you keep it. You hold on to it and you use it as a part of your own arsenal, bro. There's no reason to, like, it don't make you a bad guy. It's smart marketing, but you gotta acknowledge it.
It's self-serve more because those artists will only be known as they had a Drake feature. Name another young blur.
I don't know. Yeah, it's permanently added to his utility belt. So I don't know. I feel like it's a way that you can acknowledge things like that without having to give credit to the whole, I guess I just don't like any culture's music, or I just don't like this. But generally, bro, like, if I claimed that I was a fan of country music and I stopped at Casey Musgraves, y'all would probably look at me and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, she don't make good music from time to time, especially with how niggas think about her right now, but it's like, generally when you see him interact with artists that have that type of sound, it's always artists that are already on, that already have some momentum, already have some buzz. It ain't like you going for deep cuts or nothing like that. Like, you don't even give off the impression that you're that deeply invested into the style that they're making. Like, I don't know. You don't give off that vibe at all. Shout out Casey though, 100% shout out Casey. who cares? I mean, the people that ultimately end up making the music, and especially the people that end up having to hear the music, regardless of what you want to say, when a particular style gets popular enough, it becomes a demand, especially in mainstream music, and that when that becomes all that you hear because some dude who never really was invested into it like that starts to bring in the most popular elements of it, and then other people, as time goes on, start to mirror that sound more to appeal more to commercial success as opposed to artistic, influences. You're gonna start to hear a change in the music. So 100%, yeah, you should care. Everybody should care about that. Why wouldn't you? Nobody said Drake started it. I'm just saying that he's a contributor to that type of culture. So what are you saying? I'm not saying he's the origin point of the problem. I'm not saying he's gonna be the first. I'm not saying he's gonna be the last. But he is a part of it. What are we saying? Kanye does it too. It's mad niggas that do it. But don't pretend like you're not a part of the problem because you help people. Like, obviously you're gonna help people, but you're also hurting others. Changes his name to Snoop Lion. Was ass, but he fucked with it for a little bit. I don't know what you mean by that. I really hate this parasocial hell and how celebs with insecure egos feed into the hive mind. I get caring about it, but I just expect more of these artists. Nah, you can't say that. Bro, if you gave me the audience and the size of a person like Drake or Kanye or whoever else, and you expect me never, like, you know how unrealistic that is to be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't care what people say. What? You know what I get DM'd and added in and said to, and I can't even walk outside without security. I gotta be walked to every vehicle. I'm not saying that this ain't the price you pay for the success that you got and the insane amount of revenue that you have, but to act like I'm not supposed to care about what people say is just like insane. It's insane. It really is. Like, I can't even scroll the internet without seeing my name in a headline or a title. Drake is so petty about the smallest things, though. I'm just not surprised that somebody with this stature of fame is paranoid in any sense of the word. I'm not surprised. Did I say he could, like, am I acting like he can't handle it better? He can definitely handle it better, but I would just, like, what? I would constantly feel like somebody either wanted something from me or I'll be looking over my shoulder at every second. Not because, like, for fear of bullets, but for fear of a snake. 100%. Like, I wouldn't feel safe anywhere. Y'all telling this nigga to go to where he's traditionally been the most disrespected throughout his entire career, which is also the same place that he's wanted the most respect from for a majority of his infancy into his career, and act like that's the place I'm supposed to go to feel safe. That's just not happening. You can say he's insecure, which he is, but at the end of the day, that's like traumatic shit in his brain, I'm sure. He did it to himself, to be honest. It wasn't just himself. It wasn't. It wasn't just Drake. It wasn't in the beginning. It certainly wasn't just Drake in the beginning. But he definitely did more of that damage as he continued to become more popular, more self-assured and everything like that, sure. But I don't blame him for that. I just don't. Kanye's propelled many people to success. Can't say the same for Drake. Kanye shines a light on it as opposed to leeching. Nah, Kanye be leeching. I'm not going to act like Kanye don't be leeching. But he's so resourceful and, to me, crediting. Like, I never listened to a Kanye record feeling like it's just Kanye, ever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kanye definitely leeches, but it feels like such a known thing when you listen to his music that he is using every resource that he can, at least up until a certain point. Obviously not now, but before. It's like, damn, this is obviously a team effort, and I want to know who this person is and who did this instrument and who mixed this and who engineered this and, who's the vocalist for this sample and who did that. Like, and he's not, like, closed off. He never, marketed those pieces of music or material as if he did it all himself. So that's what I've always liked when I grew up listening to Kanye, is like, damn, this feel like he really grabbed everything that he could. You feel what I'm saying? In all seriousness, though, Drake may have PTSD. I think he does. I'm not trolling. I genuinely think he need to get help. And I don't mean that in like a condescending way. I genuinely mean that. Like, I think he's been scarred. Fully understands paranoia, but it's also, like you said, he definitely fed into it. He did. Contributed to that beast has become now. A little like double-edged sword. Yeah, 100%. It's the ghostwriter versus writer difference. That's fair. He be biting his nails off. I mean, I'm not that meticulous in my assessment of Drake to be like, I know if he biting his nails or nothing, but I could definitely say I definitely think that he needs like some type of evaluation. People acting like he can't is just like, I don't know, it's a little crazy to me. I get it though.
Oh, you're
It does take a lot of self-awareness to be in that space though. To sit back and be like, yo, I might need a second. And he said, the thing is that Drake casually says shit like that in his music. I forgot what bar it was. It was like, I be talking to my therapist about women and money and something else way too much and all this other bullshit, but it's thrown into his music in such a matter-of-fact way that I don't think people think it's real or that like he actually says anything like that. I think he probably already does see someone. I don't know. You would never know. And it ain't like he would come out and tell niggas like, oh yeah, no, I've been thinking about this. I've been, you know. No Face, that was the name of the song. Who the fuck? Dude, look. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that in a minute. Wow. What is this? Is this real? Iceman episode 3, Thursday. Oh, 3. Wait, what? Oh, they don't have an hour. It's just coming, apparently. Share it with the class. I'm about to show you what. Yeah, I might as well just share it in a second. Blinking, you miss it type shit. Nigga, the Eagles and the Cowboys play. Win. Watch the part of the interview where Drake says his type of goth. Oh, wait, his type is goths? I might feel him on that, low. I do kind of feel him on that. I had some doctor's appointments recently. Never mind. I'm gonna just. Oh my God. Oh. It's part of the story time. Hold on. Wait, am I like? Do I? Hold on. Cowboys are cooked. He might be like us for real. Bro, I typed in. Bro. I typed in Drake one time. Why am I not getting my shit? Experience on air Drake. I'm just trying to scroll through clips because I'm not watching this. I swear I can't do it. Wait, Drake on who? Who is this? Is this what you're talking about?
I am. I'm
just trying. Actually.
Is it dragging?
No, I'm just. What are you doing?
I don't have data. I'm trying to.
You don't? Oh, it's on SOS for me, so I couldn't.
I'm trying to pull up Tiger's Instagram. My FYP page is just all Rhea Ripley.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either, Bobby.
She's a wrestler. She's like my muse, but.
Is she?
Okay, let me look her up real quick. What's all the hubbub? Rhea Ripley. Jesus. She's strong as hell. Oh, I understand what he talking about, low-key, though. Muse is crazy, though. Oh, yeah, she's strong. You can see it in her shoulders. She could fold me up. Look at niggas, bro. No, she got a nice aesthetic. I fuck with the vibe. I do. I fuck with the vibe heavy. Oh, wait, you can't even see her. My fault. I'm in the way. She married? That don't mean nothing. We ain't said nothing disrespectful. I just said I fuck with the vibe. Yeah, she got a cool aesthetic. Muse is crazy though, but like, yeah, nah, she cool though. I like that. Nah, she got some hard picks. Now, what I'm thinking about in my mind, I'm thinking of an anime and her training me. That would be so fire. Cause you know nobody in the room can beat her. You get what I'm saying? Nah, I fuck with that. She can squeeze my head with thighs. My bad. I literally don't get how y'all getting sexual out of this. Oh wait, is she on her toe? Oh shit, she on the Toji shit. Hold on though. This nice aesthetics. This my mama if I ever had to have one. Grandma from Don. How are these the same at all? Oh, I forgot about... Yo, never mind. I forgot about Maki. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from this. But no, I get it. I understand. My muse is just so crazy, though. It's so, like, it's so cringe to say that.
Yeah, but she's
what?
on the opposite of probably everything that she likes in life. I can't pull up. I
I
can't.
got it.
I'm the opposite of everything she likes in life? What?
You
Obviously, you have it. It's direct. It's you have an Ethernet connection to his Instagram. And
yes.
I am.
Was that it? I'm the opposite of everything she likes. I mean, I don't. It's whatever, bro. I'm like, that's just, I don't know. I don't know what that mean. I don't know what that mean. I did the wrong clip. Oh shit. I thought it was over with. How are you sitting? How do you even have this? Wait, what are you showing me?
Sean Control Hampton, he talking about letting her stick things up his hole, skull emoji.
Hey, bro, I can't control it, bro. You want shit in your ass, like, fuck it, bro. It's your life. Live it how you feel like it.
I don't know if the world is ready to accept like what I
Am?
feel is
Oh.
like my
Dream.
what is my like partner, because I feel like it's like some like tweaked out like goth kind of like tatted all over.
That's
like,
your type?
yeah.
Have you ever been with anyone like that? Really?
Yeah.
Where do you find them?
Yeah, see this. It's unfortunate. You can't really have a type when you got a baby mama. You feel what I'm saying? Because niggas got evidence of your type, and then it's like, well, damn, that's not true. Like, who you appealing to right now? You feel what I'm saying? Now, me, someone who is childless at the moment, can give you an archetype of what, you know, my ideal lady would look like. She's got this really nice, like, glazed complexion. Couple freckles, you know what I'm saying, right around the nose area. Brown eyes, maybe hazel. Not too bright on the eyes. Short hair, you know. Or the type of hair that's short and it's got like a small dog's tail at the back of it. Always with the wife beater or some type of shorts because she's into sports to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? She either runs or, you know what I'm saying, she played rugby or some shit, you know. Got a nice aesthetic, nice build to her. No real boobage like that, like B cup max. Not saying I won't take more, obviously, but like that's really like my aesthetic. And then, you know, you scroll down and then it's just like a gigantic P, but not the P where you get like surgery involved, but the P where it's like, oh, okay, this came over time. I look in the front of you and it's like childbearing hips, but no actual child. You know, it's a lot. That would be my ideal in my mind, what I'm thinking about right now. But that's subject to change because usually, you know, there are different aspects to appreciate as you go through your select menu. And as you go through the select menu, you realize, like, damn, there isn't, like, an ideal. I mean, there is an ideal, but there's not, like, you know, there's so many presets that are just, they're beautiful. Like, they're great, you know? So, like, I think what he's thinking right now, he's just fixated on a particular, all right. Nah, facts. I needed to be interrupted. Facts.
I just know based of Drake's vocal tone now he has his chakra bust open by his partners. I
Wow.
swear Drake has never sound this zesty like he experienced the peg menu.
Nah, facts. I don't know what that means, but like the peg menu, I don't know what that means for real. But yeah, nah. Your chick sound like a cartoon character? Trust me, she's not. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Niggas don't know.
Okay.
That's why I was so afraid the most recent. Oh, I didn't like how deep did I go into that description? No, it's not. But like anyway, like yeah, I get like in his mind, but like you can't get that off because we already know what your baby mama look like. So it's clip for him. He good.
Long as your type ain't my mama, go off.
Nah, like So here's the thing. People think that because I've said grandmas can be attractive and moms obviously they be the best, means that that's like my preference or my go-to. But your mom will still get fucked, Menace. Just putting that out there. But the second thing is, I got so many presets because I've dealt, like, man, I'm gonna tell y'all this one girl. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love her so much. This was like 2015 though, I think. 2015, 2016. She was the reason for one of my she was the reason for one of she started this all realistically. Presets gang, yeah, like you get what you're not hearing what I'm saying though. It's fine. No, I'm not. You're not hearing what I'm not meaning it in that way. I'm saying that she was like an awakening to a certain like she had a specific thing that you think this isn't hard to achieve until many years later when you encounter it maybe 3 or 4 more times throughout your career, then you realize damn, that was the start of something rare and I didn't realize it at that particular time. But now I know exactly when I get this particular mode, boom, I know exactly what I'm doing in this exact moment. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't feel what I'm saying though, so I get it. She put it in your butt. Why is it always ass play with y'all niggas? I don't get that. I don't get it. Why do you want your asshole touched like that? The only thing your asshole is meant for is water, soap, and shit. That is it. Why are you obsessed with playing with it? I don't understand y'all niggas. I don't. That's some y'all shit.
Have you ever got pegged?
No. Nigga said I'm transphobic. Look, I don't give a fuck where the male G-spot is. Stop it, gang. I'm just being honest. Do I moan? Of course I moan, nigga. How do you sound? Do I moan? Obviously.
Like Comic-Con?
Okay, I wish you would give me real answers.
I am.
If you don't pop out with a goth,
I really feel like my destiny is to end up with a goth.
Would you get pegged by a girl?
No. Stop asking me. I'm not putting anything in my ass. That's my final answer. From now until eternity. Holy shit. Number 2. He's cap. Goths are not popular. They're not in. I get what he's saying, but this is some internet nigga shit to say. Cause niggas don't be in public gothing it up. They just don't. They dead don't. And when they see, you know what I'm saying, a fat titty goth, I said goth, they don't know what to do. They shrivel up, they go into silence. But I will tell you this, goths be cool as shit a lot of the time, or they're racist as hell. Only one of the two. They exist on this one spectrum and nothing else. They be cool as hell or they be racist as fuck. Those are the only two that you're gonna meet. And if you are lucky enough to meet that one that suits your needs and she's attractive and she just your type, and she's not small, because there's one thing I hate is a small goth. My goth gotta be at least 5'7" and taller, between 5'7" and 6 foot ideally, but anything smaller I feel like just get annoying after a certain point. That's just me personally. But yeah, I've never seen somebody be able to really truly handle a goth for real. Just being honest. Now, me personally, I didn't have many experiences with goths ever because in my line of the woods or in my neck of the woods, they just weren't around. Being a goth just wasn't a popular thing. It just wasn't. You know what I mean? So I very rarely ever got into those conversations. They'll be taller than you. Ideally, that's what you want. You want a goth to be bigger than you, right? I'm not weird for that, right? Why do I hate boobs? I literally just said ideally it's a fat titty goth that you would see. What are you saying? You must not have been on Tumblr in the heyday? No, I was on Tumblr. What does that mean? Y'all niggas was fantasizing about fucking goths. I was actually what do you mean? I'm not saying I was fucking goths. I'm just saying that I wasn't spending my time theorizing about fucking goths, like just looking at the internet and just like, oh yeah, nah, like this don't be the one that I get. Like no, they're not around. They're not around. Nah, goth hairstyles were fire though, 100%. What were you doing, nigga? Chill. ATO got hella baddies. Pull your Sean. Pull my what?
Somebody with just
What did he just say?
a goth body with just absolute O
Those two
cups.
words.
And that's just honest. And
O cups? What the fuck is an O cup?
like O cups.
What does that mean? Is that like the biggest size you can get? Is that what is
Like O
that?
cups, you know?
No,
Oh, he be looking at those near Automa edits. That's what he be looking at. Drake is cringe as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
don't know what that means.
Like a goth body with like just
Big boobs.
yes.
You want a goth body with big boobs.
Because that's literally all you're describing is an anime picture. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what your type is?
Yeah, also funny.
A funny goth body with big boobs.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
No offense to them. But really?
What's your type?
Not a goth man.
Okay.
Why would you want the same thing in a man that you would want to see? This is why, yeah. And then as you're reminded of why certain conversations aren't brought to certain people.
Hey, well, sorry.
This is a dumbass like description, but it's also a dumbass question. Like what? Who the fuck wants a goth man?
You know, all the
I don't know if
guys
I've
out there
ever.
that-
Okay.
But yes,
Like the closest I think a goth man would look like. I don't know. I feel like that you can only do. I don't. Whatever, bro.
I don't want to.
doesn't even need
I
to be
don't
like
wanna
crazy.
offend
No,
goth
honestly,
people.
but like it's like not like I do need like a goth, like kind of emo.
How big are O cups though? When you think about it. In my life, I thought G was the highest you could go.
Body.
They don't exist. Wow.
Dude,
There's Z cups. Yeah, but there's not a woman with Z cups though.
is that your way of like you created this such an obscure thing that
I think I might have seen H. Look it up, bro. You know what's about to be on my shit. Don't. I can't do it.
you'll never find that person?
No,
So
it's
now
not.
you can be
It's not
single.
me being.
If I type in covered in Google, it's not gonna save me. I know it's not gonna save me.
Invasive. It's me being so.
I feel like you could find that right now.
It's tougher than you think. I am like the opposite of what.
Nigga, why are you lying? I hear the girls, the annoying young ass little girls fresh out of high school. I'm joking. The annoying girls that you be putting on your fucking album, they're not goths, bro. The little sound bites of them complaining about the certain shit that's not right in the flight and shit like that, like they're not the ones that you're going after, and we know this. Just stop it, gang. I don't know who you appealing to, bro. You seeing this personality type on Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok and shit like that. In real life, niggas is not talking about fat titty goths. They're not. That's an archetype that niggas that are femboys and e-boys like to pontificate on. You're not a femboy. You're not an e-boy. It's over with. You're 40. You're not gonna find a big titty 35-year-old goth. I'm sorry to end your dreams. It's over with. But what I will say is, like, yeah, it's a fun thought to think about every now and again. But I'm still gonna get my my archetype though.
Like what they want.
What they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, if there's any goth bodies out there with big boobs, do they have to be like a forever goth body, or they can transform into that for you? Just like, you know.
Oh no, you can't transform into it. That's weird. That's awkward. You got to start like that.
I feel like you have to have some authenticity.
Yeah, you can't just come in and be on some other shit.
Like it's got to be.
So start now if you want to meet him in 5 years.
No, don't start now. You already had to have been in that life for years before having interact. She's so stupid, bro. I swear to God.
Is?
Get gothy.
Get.
Yeah, nah.
what does that mean even? Like, just they wear all black and they have.
It's a personality that's associated with it too. Like you can be a cool goth, but it's still like elements that you can't just be like aesthetic only. Like, bro, come on, man.
Have black hair and they
I don't know, bro.
wear dark makeup. You like a lot of makeup on a girl. What's your thought? Don't do that. I don't like this. Do you like girls with makeup or no makeup? Makeup or no makeup? I don't like this song like this. What are
Goths don't even be. I don't know what goths be listening to either, though. That's the thing too that be throwing me off. It was 2 goths that I've had in my life, not in my life, but like that I was aware of. One was in middle school, and she listened to rap mostly. She ain't have like this stereotypical Metallica, you know what I'm saying, Kiss in the background type shit. I get what you think, but at the same time, like they don't. I don't know.
What are you singing? I feel like I've heard what you're singing. Can I Shazam this?
No, I just made that up.
Okay.
But that's what I'm just saying. That's like
Yeah, that's
the
what you
bag
want.
that I want to get.
My goth turned to soft girl era. Oh my god, that's tragic.
And
You want to sing
I
that?
started off, I
Is
think,
that
singing
God?
the TikTok, but then I just
And then
put
you
new
just
melodies to it.
Okay, don't do that again.
He should start making music like that. See where he go. Drake about to do soft rock. He should try it. I encourage more people to try it. You know, just see what happened. Throw some shit at a wall. When Adonis growing up, how bad will he cringe seeing this clip of his dad? Bro, let's not act like seeing clips of your parents aren't funny as shit. It's when they're trying to be cringe or trying to be funny that makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? But I got memories of my dad literally, like, when I know that you're being yourself and you just on some old nigga shit and you just, it's authentic, then I'm like, I'm going to laugh because obviously you dad and you lame, but, you know what I'm saying? I love you and I love the clip that I got. You get what I'm saying? But it got to be intent. You got to be purposefully just being you. You know what I'm saying? Not giving a fuck about the world. Those are the best dad moments, I feel like. Or mom moments, you feel what I'm saying? He gonna be cringing on a PJ, give me that life. He talked about his abs. What's there to talk about? They're fake. Unless he about to say it's not fake. This is the end of the Drake interview. Addresses BBL Drizzy. Bro, this is a real thing? I'm not gonna lie, if you talking about this here, you might as well have gone to a rap podcast. How long y'all niggas been sitting here? It's dark now.
You got procedure done.
Really?
You
A
know?
procedure?
Yeah, an ab one.
Really?
Yeah, did you do that?
Niggas say it really, yeah. You know when niggas lying, they say they gaslight you with the really first. This nigga got drawn, he got lines on his shit talking about nah, ain't no way.
No.
Is that a thing?
Niggas will look you dead in your eyes with this expression too.
No.
They look just like this all the time. They'll ask you to confirm what it is you saying first. You like, yeah, that's what I said. Nah, what?
Is that a thing?
I'm sure it is.
Why do you do that?
Because people do it all the time.
How do they?
Yeah.
Fuck you squinting for? Nigga, you can see me.
You've never done that?
No.
Okay.
People also say that I got a BBL, right?
No, they say BBL because of the fat transfer to the you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you transferred the fat somewhere else, but they saying it like, you know, that's why they saying it.
I mean, BBL Drizzy, so
Oh, that's true. Did
I don't know if
you?
my like wagon looked crazy when I walked in here, but did it?
You got a BBL and you got your abs sculpted?
Did you? Do I
I
have a fatty?
didn't look at your body when you walked in here.
Do you want me to 360?
I don't.
So then, like, if it didn't stand out to you,
No, me personally, I've never
I
looked at
think
you
that
and
pic
thought.
just like I think it was just like I came from the gym, I was sweaty in that pic. Maybe I like
He's selling it too much, bro. I don't know. Maybe like I said, the humor is just in niggas or it's not in niggas. Cause I'm not asking none of these questions. I'm gonna just put my thigh up over the pillow and show ass. He not committed to none of it. He thinking too much about how to be funny. Like, nigga, it's in you or it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, I'm just lifting my leg. You about to see this.
Went on Facetune, like, put, like details up, you know? And you can, like...
And then we gonna continue the dialogue and shit like that, because I didn't just do what I just did.
Don't even admit to that much, then.
Sorry.
You
Just
Facetuned it?
Yeah, I was like, maybe I, like, heightened the, like, saturation or something like that.
Okay.
I think I, like, hit it too hard. I hit it too hard.
Yeah.
They don't look like that. You saw them.
Who would I let interview me? Nah, I'm thinking Maya. Maya and I will have a good interview. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, nah. She fired. You know what I'm saying? Me and Shensia. She got C in her name, too. Feel me?
Don't make that weird. We just tried to record this and it didn't go well.
Well, no, you asked me to see them the other day.
During an interview, not because I was trying to.
This is our first interview. I don't know what she's talking about. We have no other interviews. She asked me to see my abs, and I showed them to her.
In person, I got. Let's replay. As soon
Should
as I
we
saw.
play what?
Should
There's nothing to play.
She's scrambling and shit, yeah.
I
Should we run it back?
It's nothing. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, we were just. The first thing I did when I got off the plane was like, "Can I see your abs?"
Yeah.
And then you were like,
And you were like,
"Sure."
"Damn, they
and that
look
was
big.
it. And I
They
was
just
like,
don't
"Wow,
look like
you're
that
so
thin."
hot."
You were like, they look good. They just don't look like that big.
That's exactly what happened. He's so smart.
Whoa, I thought that was the moon in the background. I was like, damn, and then I realized it was the light. Now I feel stupid. All I hear is yap yap. You saying that like it's not two people talking. Y'all be killing me sometime. I'm hearing words. Well, there are words that are being spoken. How do you feel now? Show us the BBL scar in your ass, Drake. How am I posted? How would he do that? What if the scar is healed? I'm gonna look at the Jujutsu Kaisen thing, okay? I'm coming. LOL. You can't help that? That's fair. Can I pop ass? See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, what's up with y'all? What be wrong with niggas? Anyway. Which one do I look at first? Do I go here first? Fuck it, I'm going here first. They want you, Sean. They don't want me. They want ass. They want to put... Like, what I noticed, especially about niggas, bro, if I was a woman, I know I wouldn't have to look like shit. Because all I would have to do is turn around. I'm not trolling. If I was a woman, regardless of how I look, if I had, like, some amount of cheeks, it's some dude that's been jackhammering life that's just going no matter what. And that's what I'm recognizing about some of y'all niggas. Like, it's not about what you look like. Some of y'all niggas just want to express your sexuality and your hypersexuality in here because you've been, like, you know what I'm saying, gone through some type of trauma in your life and you ain't got help for it.
Would it jiggle?
And I'm not going to be the person that you take all that trauma out on, bro. I got healed. You know what I'm saying? I know how to express myself intimately without immediately having to go to sex. That's just me personally. Now, do I go to it and default to it a lot still? Yeah, but, like, I'm only human. What would my name be if I were a woman? Shauna. All right, nah, on some real shit, though, my name would most likely, and I've told y'all what my daughter's name would be if I have one first, would be Fiona. It's just such a strong name, and I'm just sorry you're not going to get me off of that. It is what it is. I'll be the finest Fiona you ever seen in your life. Niggas saying that. I'm not going to lie, dude. What the fuck is this? I'm being dead ass. What is this? What do you mean Talala Kipape?